Vixen and Slim Shetty.
What's up, guys?
Here at Rap Sesh. This week we are doing another really cool private training for clear bra or PPF. So we actually worked with Fusion Tools and the Pod System Steamer, as well as Hexis Body Fence. Once again, sponsored all the film to us. Thank you, Hexis.
Awesome.
So they actually came down to Arizona. They've been here the past few days. We did a couple different cars. Kind of learned how to incorporate the POD steamer into our clear bra installs.
Which is amazing.
Which makes a world of difference.
It makes a huge
it's almost like the equivalent of having your torch for installing versus not anything at all.
Not a heat at all,
right?
yeah.
So we learned how to use heat manipulation for our PPF installs, and it really makes your life a lot easier. We got to work with Fusion Tools and get a lot of really PPF tools.
They have so many tools.
So many squeegees.
You have options.
There's options. I've got room for activities. It's making my head spin.
It's awesome.
So we are going to meet with them, kind of go over some of their products, and you guys can get a little peek at our private training, yeah? Okay,
so we're here with Dan with your pod steamer.
Yeah, pressure on demand steamer system.
So tell us a little bit about your steamer.
So I brought this to market a few years back, and this is great for PPF installations. That's what we've been doing for the last couple of days here. It's great for vinyl, post heating, removing vinyl.
He's got videos that pretty much explains everything,
Explains
right?
everything, yeah.
So that way you can, I mean, if you don't know how to use one of these, you can figure it out really easy.
But we came in here yesterday and started, and today they're installing themselves.
Yeah.
So that's how quick the learning curve it changes.
It seriously makes a huge difference. Yeah. I mean, it's night and day installing. So where do you get this?
You can buy it off my website. Fusion Tools distributes this product. Fellers distributes this product, and Wensko Signs.
All right, so what did you think about installing for the first time with a steamer?
It was fun. It was nice to learn something new, do something a little bit different. The steamer definitely helps with installation.
Because this was your...
I couldn't imagine like trying to install PPF without a steamer. I mean, it was kind of a game changer there, so it was fun. It's kind of the same thing, you know, you use a heat gun and torch to lay, you know, to relax vinyl, stretch around corners, that kind of stuff.
Same concept.
It's the same concept. You're pretty much heating up the vinyl in order to stretch it, relax it a bit more, so it...
The good thing about this steamer is you can't hurt the car. You can't hurt the clear bra.
You
can sit there and steam it, and you're not going to burn it.
Right.
And it's really safe to use. I mean, all around, it's pretty awesome. Vinyl, I feel like, would be good for removals, right?
Removals, post heating.
Removals, post heating. Post heating would be great. I mean,
that's
especially like with 3M. 3M has a really hazy, you know, finish to it because just being rolled up for a long time. They say it's because of being rolled up in the roll tightly, and so what the steamer does is heat it up enough to really gloss that back out, and you can't burn it. So if you go over with a torch, it's really sketchy because you have to actually throw the flame right on it to get that haze out. But this, I mean...
Yeah, it'll take the modeling right out of it.
Yeah. Well, it was really hard to fix things without this steamer because you're pulling the material back up, and you have really no way to heat it to where it relaxes it back down, and you get those lines, and they just don't go away.
So by using steam, you relax it, and you're still pumping moisture into the film. So this way, when you lay the film back down, there's no stretch marks, no lift lines, that kind of thing. And as you can tell on this dark vehicle, we've lifted and
we've pulled this up. We've moved this around a few times, pulled it back up, and I mean, it lays it right back down.
Just lays down.
Yeah.
It's pressure on demand on Instagram, the websites, www.
Social media and everything.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I really appreciate you bringing this to us because, I mean, I don't know what we'd do without it. So.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. I mean, I'm spreading the word.
Yeah, no.
I'm spreading the word.
Definitely.
I'm saving film, or keeping costs down.
Honestly, if you install clear bra, you need one of these. Yeah, it makes your job 10 times easier, quicker. I mean, and the best thing about it, it helps you fix your problems. So you can actually, if you need to pull something back, get something out of there, that fixes it.
Yeah.
Solid. Okay. This is Nick and Jordan from Fusion Tools. What's up, guys?
Hey.
Thank you for coming. We are missing one very important team member, though, which I think we should credit for our whole meeting in the first place.
Yeah.
And that is, who is that?
Philippe, Fusion Tools out in Belgium. He's our rep. Like, we love you, brother, and we miss you, and we're so sad that you're not here.
Yes, I wish you were here. So we're going to send you back a hat, though, right?
Yes,
we have a hat, signed hat.
Got a hat.
Just for you, Philippe. We love you.
For you.
Wish you could be here. So let's get started with you guys. How long has your company been rolling for?
We started out in 2002.
Okay.
I
That's
started
a long
manufacturing
time.
tools. Yeah, it's been a long time. It was a slow start. Started with just two parts, two tools.
Yeah.
Currently today we have over 100 and roughly 80 SKU numbers.
Something like that, yeah.
Jeez.
180.
Roughly 180 SKU
Wow.
numbers now, and more things to come. I'm never finished.
So what areas do you cover? You cover obviously the PPF, but you do tint tools as well.
Tint tools, definitely tint tools was our intro into tool making.
That's what you started with.
That's what we started
Okay.
with, correct, yeah.
We started with
And-
the original crusher handle, which
Yeah.
was the first purpose-made handle for window tinting.
Okay.
So that was a big industry changer. That has been discontinued since then, and now the Fusion handle replaces that. But,
Nice.
He's recently branched out into PPF tools, chemicals. We manufacture the Fusion all-type mounting solution.
Which is
and
awesome.
the Epic Orange adhesive remover.
Yeah.
So, and he's got a couple other things up his sleeve he's working on in that area too.
No, that's awesome.
But you're also like, what else do you do at your shop specifically? Like you're installing and.
Absolutely. We have an install shop also. We actually have two shops. We have a new shop we're opening up, and our tools are built by us because we do this every day.
Well, that's what you want. You want somebody that actually knows what they're doing
with that tool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I actually take on jobs that we don't even do, just so I can get more familiar. Like for vinyl wraps, it really wasn't my thing, but I started doing that just so I could see what obstacles there are that I could maybe overcome and help people out. You know, like some of the things you had mentioned to us, some of the tight areas or whatever. You know, whatever we can do to make something that makes your life easier.
Right.
I want to talk about the mounting solution because that was totally different for the PPF install for us. So why don't you guys kind of explain what that is and how it works with the POD steamer?
Well, we manufacture this mounting solution. It's Fusion all-type. You can use this in place of the solutions you're currently using, whether it's baby shampoo or dish detergents or whatever, but this is purposely made. It has no petroleums in it. You're not going to have the issues with it not wanting to stick because we don't have petroleums in our products.
Yeah.
There's nothing in there except for what you need. We don't have any colors. We don't try to wow people with colors or things like that.
Yeah.
We're just trying to put the things in there that you need.
Right.
I think they could probably explain it best because they were using another form of installing with solutions.
Yeah.
And we introduced them this, and with our product with PPF, use a 0.5 milliliter per 32 ounce is a good starting point. It's also great for window film. All the mixing ratios are on the back of the bottle.
That's
we
convenient.
actually have an improved coming out for that will break down
Nice.
like everything.
Everything.
From PPF to flat glass to auto.
Absolutely.
Like,
So you can't mess it up.
Right.
Hopefully. People find a way though.
Yeah, oh yeah.
One, some of the issues, like when you're using baby shampoo, for example, you said there can be kind of residue buildup, or there's sometimes other products in there that you don't even want under your PPF necessarily.
Shampoo,
Like
the lotions.
and
Yeah.
Lotions,
right.
right.
On your skin.
Right.
We don't have that on our product.
Yeah.
Our product, if you use it by your sink and try to wash your hands with it, it's not going to do a very good job.
Right.
Well, it's better to
It's
use
not a
something
handle.
that's meant for what you're doing.
We've actually tested it. Like we actually took it into our shower and took showers with it. And we were like, well, we smell better, but it didn't. I don't feel cleaner.
Yeah.
And I mean, as far as our personal experience with this product, the difference between using it and the baby shampoo, our last training we did with Hexis, we were learning with baby shampoo, and I felt like between me and Michael, like one single panel, we're installing, we're using 4 bottles, all the way through, and constantly spray, like non-stop, like arthritis, you know, to that point. Whereas with this stuff, I felt like we only went through a half a bottle, maybe, for the entire panel install, and it made it where it was more repositionable. That's the one biggest issue we had with our last training is we didn't really know how to fix something like, oh, if you got a hair or a speck or you need to pick it up, getting all those work lines and everything. And I feel like with this stuff and using the POD system, the POD steamer, using it together, it made it where you can fix your errors. And as an installer, that's what you have to be able to do more than anything, is you have to be able to fix problems and fix mistakes. It's not just laying it down nice. You're gonna mess up, that's just reality. So being able to have a product that makes it repositionable and fixable is like huge.
But yeah, you can still tack that down.
Right, but then it's still tacked
and not
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I feel like we barely used any alcohol rinse solution,
just
whereas
actually rinse
before
out.
we were using 2 bottles
to
by
rinse
the end
everything
of the
out. You have to get all that baby soap out, or it don't stick at all.
That's correct, because the baby shampoo is leaving a residue of petroleum
things that you don't want.
Yeah, and you got to get all that out. Yeah.
If you don't introduce that to the product, you don't have to worry about washing it out.
Exactly.
So what is that called again?
This is Fusion All-Type.
Fusion All-Type.
And the reason it's
clear
called
mounting.
All-Type is because it's made for all adhesives, all materials. You can use it on perf vinyl. You can use it on wrap vinyl. I mean, if you guys have anything
that's wet apped.
Yeah, absolutely. And even
Totally
things that aren't wet app. I
Yeah.
mean, as long as you get your squeegee out, you get your water out nice and dry, you're good.
Yeah.
Right. Let's talk about your hand jobs. Free hand jobs, guys.
So in 2016, we gave away 300 free hand jobs. And when I say we, I mean I. And they were a hit. And honestly, when we first released them, they didn't have the magnets in the back of them.
Okay.
We left the show, and on the way down there, Nick was like, "I'm gonna change the mold," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, we just finished it." And he was like, "I'm gonna add magnets. It's gonna be awesome."
Magnets are awesome because I can just slap it right on my bag.
So
like
great.
Yeah.
It goes anywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, but the hand jobs are. We had a job where we were installing flat glass, and he had a tight spot where he couldn't get behind. I actually have the original prototype, which is a 5-inch handle he chopped off like on spot on a job and glued together with like some 2-part epoxy, and like that was how we finished our
prototype.
I've actually posted pictures of it, and this is what it's evolved into, and
that's awesome.
It's one of our favorite tools. I mean,
Yeah.
when we install, we've got like 3 of them lined up with 3 different squeegees, and we just knock out a window real quick with it.
It's like I have a big hand, and so that's really nice. I mean, it fits my hand nice. You can really get a good grip on it,
right.
and
And
you're
I
not
have
going
a
to
small
slip.
hand, and I still have like, no issue with it. It's really ergonomic.
Why don't you explain a little bit what the whole durometer and the color coding is for everything for the people that don't know?
So pretty much the durometers are about 5 points difference for each one. Starting out with around an 80 durometer.
Super flexy.
Super soft,
flexible. Very durable. And like that blade right there is actually the same durometer as this blade, but because it has more mass and it's a thicker blade,
a little bit harder.
It feels like it's harder, but it's not.
Definitely.
So each blade goes up in 5 points per.
So it looks like you got the blackout right there.
Yeah, I don't know. Why don't you reach into my naughty pocket?
Oh, whoa.
So in here, that's the standard version of the blackout, and there's just, I don't know if you probably can't see on the camera, but you can tell the blackout has much more sheen to it. And that's just the extra slip that's infused in it. And so that actually makes that product like a couple cents more expensive because of how much more slip we have added into it. But it's so worth it. When you have, we had one of the PPF winners at the WFCT competition that told us that it literally saved his job.
Really?
And he wouldn't have won without it. Ooh, that's
it's
nice.
tight in there. Sorry, too far.
Sorry.
You got,
okay.
Those are loose pockets.
Y'all don't say that. So reeling it all back in, the last product that I really want to talk about, because it is like, I absolutely love it, is this, what is this called?
Fusion Afterburn Tape.
After
you burn yourself, you're going to buy it.
Yes, that is the
burn
truth.
yourself, you will definitely want this tape.
Okay, so just explain what it is, though.
So basically what this is, this was also built out of need.
Right. Our little boy actually ran into a heat gun.
My boy 5 years ago burned himself on a heat gun that was hanging in our shop that wasn't even on. It had been running for a very long time, but setting idle, he walked into it hanging from a reel and it burned his face.
They stay hot for quite a while.
They stay hot for a long time.
They definitely do.
They do.
Burn cords yourself, whatever.
Even these, they stay hot.
And it caused me some issues with him getting burnt, so I wanted to fix that and not have that happen anymore. And it's basically a high temperature self-bonding silicone tape that we have made purposely for this. And like this heat gun here is on, it's going to be loud, but you can hold it. And obviously it's not very hot right now because it's not been on, but we can run this heat gun for, I mean, I've had them at the shop just because people's asked me, well, how long can you run it? I've stuck them outside the garage door for, all day.
He had one running for like 20 minutes the other day. And
really? Just keep running, huh?
Yeah, and it's one of those things, when you install this, it is it's a perishable item, so the more you beat it up,
Of course.
You'll wear through it. One of the things that I do.
If you drop it on the ground, you're
people
gonna.
drop heat guns.
Oh, all the time.
So people drop heat guns. When I drop mine, it doesn't make a lot of noise because I went a little further and wrapped the back side of this.
So we've used it as a
so
protection.
So it softens the heat gun, because the last thing you want to do is drop an expensive heat gun, because you'll break this element.
Yep.
So we wrap the back. It's a cheap product that you can put on. You can cut it off, put more on. It's important that when you wrap this, you wrap it around to the edge. You don't want to wrap it over. Because if you wrap it over, you're gonna burn it.
Yeah.
But we have been using this for a long time. This is a very nice heat gun that we use here. I've been personally using this heat gun for about 5 years.
Yeah.
I've wrapped it maybe twice in that time. You can even, like he had one that they had beat up a little bit, and I put a little extra over the top. You can go back over it again. It will bond to itself. Yours wore a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's a great product. I mean, it's if you've been burnt, oddly enough, I didn't know how popular it was going to be, but when we were at the SEMA show this last year, it became kind of a...
Everyone jumped on it.
People were coming to our booth and going, look at this burn and look at that burn.
Oh, yeah. I got burns all over the place.
I mean, if you've watched like our live demos or something, like they made us use a heat gun at SEMA, and like every time I'm like, we usually light torches, and I'm like, I burn myself more on the tip of a heat gun than I do ever using my
Or if you set it down on the ground, or if you're working in carpet, it melts the carpet, gets all over the tip,
I mean,
I
burn myself with this tip more than enough times to count. So not only does it save you from burning yourself, burning the car, but also like I've knocked my torch down and hit the side of my wrap, and it saved it.
It protects it.
So
it's rubberized.
It actually if you guys use torches, usually this tip is really hot. I can literally light this.
Oh yeah, you can hold it.
You can hold it,
right on the tip.
It's not going to do anything. And we've had this on for a couple of months now, and I haven't even had to replace it or anything. So this is like super awesome product. How much is it for a roll?
It retails for around
$10.
Around $10 a roll, depending on where which one of our distributors you buy it from.
Well, and with a roll, we almost wrapped all of
We wrapped all of our torches, like 3 torches, 3 heat guns, and we still have some left over. So really cool product.
It's still going to get warm to the touch.
Oh, it gets warm.
It's going to get warm, but you're not going to get burnt.
But it's not.
If you were to touch that torch without that, you're going to get a burn.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Even if I were to hold this like this for a good 30 seconds, I would get burned.
Absolutely must have. So if you guys want to check Fusion Tools out, give me your Facebook, Instagram. What else are you guys doing?
Our Facebook and Instagram are just at Fusion Tools. Our website is fusiontintools.com. If you guys go to the where to buy, that's a full list of our direct distributors and partnered distributors, and you guys can inquire with them about purchasing.
Ready?
Thanks for having us, guys.
Yes, thank you guys so much for coming down here.
Yeah, no,
absolutely.
I really appreciate everything you've done for us.
We're very lucky to get to come out and hang out with you guys.
Yeah,
no, it's super cool. We were extremely inappropriate the entire time.
It was so much fun. And honestly, I mean, we totally consider you guys, Fusion members now. So you guys are Fusion.
So I can come to the topless tinting, right? That's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
Topless tinting is a thing in our shop, and let me tell you, Nick is sexy.
It's all good.
What are you gonna do?
I
don't know either.
It's gonna come like at the last minute.
I'm just gonna do the chicken dance.
Everybody do the chicken dance.
Thank you guys so much for watching our episode this week. I want to give a huge shout out to Philippe from Belgium, and also Hexis Body Fence for sponsoring our film for our training. Shout out over here to Dan with the pod.
Dan the man.
Pressure on Demand System Steamer.
Oh yeah.
We also have Fusion Tools here and the Shark Mouth Squad. You guys can check us all out on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you dig the Rap Sesh vibe. Woo! See you guys next week.